Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Oliver Hirsch. I'm the CEO of Seniors Blue Book, and we're excited to have this call today. We've been working really hard on a lot of our digital presence, and we're starting our new Denver sales campaign. So we thought it was a great time to just have a welcome call, show you guys what we've been up to, how to maximize your partnership with Seniors Blue Book. I said we've been working really hard behind the scenes, and we've been having some incredible success with our digital efforts that our partners can tap into and take advantage of. So really, that's sort of what we wanted to go over today. There is a lot of content. Nancy and Lisa, of course, are on the phone, and throw in a question through the chat if you have any, and we'll try to tap into all that. But as I said, when we started, we had over 50 people sign up for the call, so I'm really excited about that. I'm glad that you folks are engaged and want to learn more about what we're doing, and it will benefit your partnership by doing so. So today, I did want to start just with a little story of how I got involved with the Blue Book. Amazingly enough, I'm in my 24th year now. I almost can't believe it myself, but
you're only 40. What the heck?
Yeah, started when I was 10.
Yeah.
So, when I started, boy, there wasn't even the internet. I mean, we truly had the book, and we are the Bible that was really the only go-to source for all senior information in town. And we still have that title of being the Bible, but of course, in the last 20 years, a lot of things have changed. And I've worked really hard over the years to get our digital up to snuff, because I feel, publishing's tough out there these days. I'd say 9 out of 10 publishers are out of business right now. And the fact that we've been in business for 40 years and still running really strong, I really put a feather in my cap and our team's cap about that. There's not many businesses that can say they've been around for 40 years and still providing a great service and doing good works for the community. So we're proud of that. And as I was thinking about this call, I remember when I started with the Blue Book, so it was 1998. Let me show you here. I don't know if you guys have been around this long, but this is Cliff Chadwick here. He was the original founder of the Blue Book in 1983. This is my mother, Marion. Some of you guys know Marion, that you've been around a long time. And she purchased the book from Cliff in 97. My mother's an incredible sales lady. She's retired now, living in Florida. But when she purchased the book, she saw it, and it was, I wish I had one here, it was a little blue pamphlet, basically, when she got it, about 36 pages. But she picked it up and was like, man, this thing is great. I wonder what the story here is. She called Cliff, and at the time he was 83, because this was 97 now, and he started in 83, and just got to know him. And so she said, who are you? I love what you're doing. And he's like, yeah, well, I am ready to sell, but the person who purchases the book, this is not just an advertising medium, it's a true resource. Cliff started it because his wife had a stroke and he could not find any resources. So the original mission of the Blue Book really came from Cliff's heart, which was trying to just get good information for him. And sorry, it looks like I went on mute there for a sec. So when we purchased it in 97, I went to school down in Fort Lewis in Durango, and I was out of college for a few years, ski bumming. And my mother called me, is like, so I got this business, would love your help on it. And honestly, my first thought was, seniors is about the least sexiest thing I can imagine. I like skiing, I want to market for a ski area, why would I do this? In that, though, I was ready for a change. I came up to Denver, and the first day I was in the office, I had 3 phone calls from different seniors saying, this is my Bible, thank you so much. This is my go-to, I don't know what I would do without you. So even when I was 26 and I started, I realized right away what a great product this was and how special of a business it is where you can actually make a living and also help the community. So that was really the hook that got me in the beginning. And we franchise now, we have 30 books throughout the country. And I would say that's the same thing with all my franchisees is they were in the senior industry, they love it, but they wanted a way to be involved and help the community and not have the daily tie-ins. Like if you own a non-medical or something, you guys are working really hard and you're on call 24/7. So we're able to step back and be a little easier about that. We can help people, but we're not tied into that level of care. So that's what got me started 25 years ago. And then recently I moved from Salida to Salt Lake City about a few weeks ago because my oldest son had some difficulty with the elevation and breathing up there. And I'm not out in the field very much anymore. And when we moved here, we had all these boxes. I gave some people in the neighborhood wanted boxes. It was an elderly couple. And to go in there and see the mess they were dealing with, they needed to downsize. The husband definitely needed assisted living care. The wife was still doing pretty good, but you could see the fear in their face. They had no idea what they were doing. So I gave them the boxes, but I also gave them 2 blue books from Utah. And to see really the relief on their face that they didn't even know that downsizing services existed. They had no idea. And I'm sure you guys who own housing know they're holding back as long as they can. And I was trying to say, look, guys, there's beautiful assisted livings out there. You need to check these out. And it opened that conversation for these folks. So, me being in the office and not being out in the field anymore, not answering the calls, that used to really feed my fire with why I do this book. And I've been out of that. So it was just a reminder for me how important the book is in the community, how many people it helps, and why we do this. So I was really happy to have that experience. And I really want all my partners, and even if you guys aren't Senior Blue Book partners, but you just use the book, I want you to use the book in that vein, that you want to have it to help people. They need so much information. They don't know what we call it when the crisis hits, right? That they don't know what to do. So that's what we're all about. And so I wanted to start the call today just with a little history of how I got involved, why I am still involved, and what a pleasure it is for me to be involved with this. And all of us in the senior industry know this. We're not here to make a lot of money. We're here to really help the community that we're in. There's some sort of heart mission, a love mission with the seniors that we work with. So I just wanted to give a little background to that and just share with you the pleasure that it still gives me on a daily basis that we're able to help people, okay? And so here's Cliff and Marion, but from our website, in the last 2 days, we get about 10 referrals a day that come through the website. And I just picked some random ones today just to see what, the kind of stuff that we get and we disseminate through the communities that we serve. So, stuff as simple as I need an apartment, right? They're asking the terraces of Pennsylvania, all right? Here's one from yesterday. Mobile senior hair care. I have a senior in need of a perm and a haircut in Elk Ridge before the 16th. All right, there's another example. Again, this is one day that the leads came in. Another one for Thornberry Atrium, a community here in Utah. And a lot of the examples today, guys, I'm not using Denver just for privacy of my Denver clients. So when I'm pulling up examples, it's going to be from other markets. All right. Here's another one. I would like to know the pricing of your 1-bath, 1-bed apartment for my mother. So we have our office managers who go through these, sort them, give them to correct clients. A lot of people don't even know, they're asking a specific community, but a lot of the inquiries we get are just, what's the difference between independent living and assisted living for my mother, And then just ones as simple as this. Here's one for a senior center. I have a friend who's a lonely senior. What kind of social activities do you have? I wanted to show this one just again, because when Cliff sold the book to my mother, it was so important for him, again, not to just sell advertising, to list senior centers, to list libraries, to list elder abuse prevention phone numbers. And we love helping seniors with this stuff, you know? So when you guys have the blue book and have a senior in need, I highly encourage you to be passing those out. And that sort of goes to the first segment of what I want to talk to about is, before I get into digital, I just wanted to talk about the book a little bit itself and to see if you're using it to the maximum potential, okay? Because you can purchase an ad in the book to that effect. Think about this, and this is a constant battle that I have every day and my reps have every day. Well, what are the metrics for the book? I wish I knew. I can tell you that we publish 160,000 of them in Denver alone, that we have over 3,000 distribution points in Denver. And I don't know if you guys can understand the kind of impact that has. That's an enormous amount of reach out there. Every hospital has them. We have, again, out of those 3,000, we have like 150 racks that we stock on ourselves. Most of you guys distribute for us to on the front lines that are seniors in need. So I feel for my director of sales today that when I was selling in 2005, I didn't have that argument. It was like, of course we need to be in the blue book. It's everywhere. That's what we got. Now the first question is, well, how many calls can I expect? And you know, when I was doing my tracking, I only saw this many numbers. Our reach is so large, we don't get credit for so much of the stuff that we do. We try to, but it's just limited with publishing, you know? So I wanted to start out with that point, guys, because you got to understand that there's a leap of faith here. That if you believe that we truly publish 160,000 books a year, if you believe that we have 3,000 distribution points, you must believe that that's going to have an impact, that all 32 hospitals in Denver take the book. I just had a request from, I don't know, I think it was, maybe it was one in Longmont, but still, they request 2,100 books of that first edition on discharge to seniors who need it the most. So when you're thinking about your ad buy this year with us and you're asking my poor director of sales, prove the value to me, please take a step back and just think about that impact of what 160,000 books is a year. On top of that, since we've been printing for 40 years, there's literally over 5 million Denver senior blue books that have been printed. Okay, 5 million. Think about that. That's 40 years, but still, we get calls every day. Hey, this number, it doesn't work in your book. The first question Lorraine asks, my office manager, is tell me what edition you're looking at on the cover. And a lot of these people are like, oh, this is a 2013, you know, so it's not like when we print a new book, all the other ones get thrown away. They just sort of keep stacking with each other. And the exposure just grows with that. So to that point, we're doing our job with getting those books out there. But if you want to take the maximum advantage of the book, I would question you. How many books do you order? Whether you're a blue book advertiser or not, how many books do you order? Do you order 5? Do you order 50, 100, a couple of hundred? Because I would encourage you to order as many as you can and to be the main piece of your marketing materials. If you're going to go visit a doctor's office, leave 5 books on the waiting room flagging your ad. You know, I would put my brochure right there, flag my ad with my editorial here. Okay, I 100% guarantee you those 5 books in the waiting room are going to be gone within the first couple of days, where if you leave a stack of flyers there, they're going to be gathering dust. Okay, so the books are free. And again, they're free for everybody. Advertisers are not. So I want to encourage you every year when we send out your listing update request, we say, last year you took 40 books. Do you want this? Do you want more or less? Order a box and put them in your car and pass them around. Beyond even the flagging, I encourage you to print up 100 stickers, compliments of, stick them on the front here, so you're getting the most exposure possible. So that in itself is a huge marketing tool for you, okay? So I hope that you guys, I like to share that with everybody, because I don't think a lot of people understand how important it is to do this. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, you're going to get a lot more for your investment, okay? So I want you to, when the order comes in a couple of months, or you order your next amount, think about that. Get that box, give them to your marketing director, say, we want these out there, and you will get the best possible exposure for the book, okay? So that's sort of my spiel on the book, the importance of it, for you guys to understand, just again, what 40 years serving a community means. As I said, almost unheard of these days. So we're really proud about that. Take full advantage. Okay. Okay. So that's the book. You guys probably know a lot of that stuff already. And the meat of this call today is really all the stuff that we've been doing digitally. All right. I'm embarrassed to say how much money I've spent on digital over the years, trying different stuff. And I know any business owners out there or operations managers, you can feel my pain, because myself, I'm old school publisher, right? I guess I've trained. The digital stuff still is overwhelming to me. And I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and how much money I've spent. Like, oh yeah, your SEO is off. Give me 50 grand and we'll set it up for you. You know, I've done that several times. And over the past 7 years, I've tried different things. I think we finally got it right this time. And it's not like the site's been bad, but compared to the growth that we're experiencing now and the relation to our advertiser content, it's really exceptional what's going on. And that's why we wanted to really share some of the stuff that we're doing. Okay. So there's a lot of numbers going on here, but when we throw out a number like our domain, seniorsbluebook.com, is in the top 1% of all domains worldwide. That's 42 million plus domains, URLs out there. I want to explain what that means and how our advertisers benefit from this, okay? I'm just going to give you just a quick visual. It's not the best here, but this is SEMrush. It's just a service, probably some of you subscribe to, gives you very detailed metrics about your website, anybody else's website. So where we get that top 1%, and in all honesty, it's not even top 1%. We're the top 4th of 1% of all domains. So we rank here at 167,000 websites. We're ranked 167,000. And I got somebody else logged in here. What I was going to show you was, though, that out of the 167 out of 42 million, that's where we get that 0.4% of all top domains. Okay. Google loves us because of that. Google loves us because we're different than you guys. We're not a service. We're not a business selling a service. We're a senior search engine. Our domain's been around for 23 years. Google looks to us as an educational and informational website. And that's why we have such a great domain ranking. Okay. That's sort of the intro for this, but my digital specialist, Sandra, is on the phone, and I want to share the floor with her because she's the smart one in the group here, and she can give you some details about specifically of how that benefits you with the backlinks, with all the other work that we're doing.
Absolutely.
Sandra?
Good morning, everyone. I'm not in Denver. I am in Florida this morning, so that's where I'm located. So Oliver gave a great introduction with our new website. Our site now ranks in the top 0.4%. And just to reiterate what he said, this number that's ranking fluctuates all the time. So currently we're in position 167,000 out of 42 million websites in the United States. And so that puts us in 0.4%. So that's great. And to his point, some of the factors that actually give us this ranking is that we've been around for almost 24 years. So I can honestly say that no competitor, no senior website out there, senior resource site has had such a long-standing URL. So by URL, I mean seniorsbluebook.com, the domain. So that is a very important factor that has a positive impact on what is called a trust factor. So we are highly trusted is the best way to explain by Google, because we push out education. We're not classified as a sales website. We have this long-standing domain of almost 24 years. Another factor with that is, and this is a helpful tip for any business, is branded versus non-branded traffic. So in our industry, whether you're a housing company, whether you're a home health company, just a resource out there, what Google looks at is the type of traffic coming to your site. Is it branded or non-branded? Branded means that people are finding you by specifically typing in keywords or just words associated with your brand. So a perfect example would be Seniors Blue Book. That would be considered, if somebody types in Seniors Blue Book or Seniors Blue, any words associated with our brand are classified as branded traffic. And so what any type of business out there really wants is a ratio of 70 to 30, meaning if you're a housing company, you want 70% of your traffic being unbranded. People are finding you because they're typing in words not associated with your brand. So you want to have a higher unbranded compared to branded. I really hate seeing when, let's say, a housing company comes to us and I see that 90% of their traffic is branded. What that means is 90% of traffic is coming to their website because they know about this, and only 10% know about them, and only 10% don't know about them. So ideally, you want 70% of people coming to your site as new leads. They have no idea. They're not typing in your business name because they know you. They're typing in keywords such as assisted living near Denver, or assisted living near me, or assisted living with this type of amenity. Those are considered unbranded. So kind of to reel it back in with Seniors Blue Book, we actually have a 90-10 percentage. So 90% of our traffic is actually unbranded, and that is what we want. That people don't find us because they know of Seniors Blue Book. It's these non-branded words. They're looking for assisted living, elder laws, and then only 10% of our traffic is actually coming to us because they know of Seniors Blue Book. So in our industry, if you have a 70% unbranded or higher, that is ideal. Seniors Blue Book has 90%. So again, that's one factor that actually affects this really good ranking that we have with Google. A couple other factors just to share with everybody is we have over 200,000 index pages with Google, and that means that Google bots, I call them little robots, have come on our website and analyzed the pages. So the more index pages that you have also plays a positive, has a positive impact on your website. And then, as Oliver mentioned, he's invested a lot of money over the years. So we're constantly pouring money into our new website builds, SEO, to go ahead and grow our website. So that's all great, right? We have this phenomenal ranking. And the next question is, so how does it help you as a client? One thing that Google looks at, and it's one of the top 3 factors that Google looks at, is backlink quality and backlink count and backlink score. So if you're a client with Seniors Blue Book, it doesn't matter if you are a bronze, a silver, what level of partnership, but if you have a listing with us on seniorsbluebook.com, you automatically get a listing, and that listing, in exchange, you get a backlink. So Google looks at you and they say, okay, how many backlinks do you have and what is the quality of the backlinks? quality does not mean quantity, and quantity doesn't mean quantity. So what Google looks at is how many backlinks do you have and what is the quality of them. Right now, on average, about 1,000 backlinks equate to one very strong quality backlink. And Seniors Blue Book is a highly, highly trusted site with Google because we have such a great ranking with them. So as you are a partner with Seniors Blue Book, with every listing that you have with us, you get a quality backlink. And that internally helps your own website rank organically. That is kind of the keyword. I'll go ahead and use organically. So I'll give you a prime example. You're a housing company and you are advertising with Nancy, and you go ahead and you have assisted living and you have memory care and maybe independent living. So right there, you have 3 listings with us. In exchange, you get 3 backlinks. And those backlinks, again, are highly trusted. So with time, typically we say 60 to 90 days, that can fluctuate. But with time, Google will recognize, hey, if your website is mentioned on seniorsbluebook.com, we're going to go ahead and, count that as a backlink. Your organic SEO of your own website will actually increase because you are associated with Seniors Blue Book. So in addition to kind of the value of Seniors Blue Book and what you get being on seniorsbluebook.com and populating in search and having your own pages, there is kind of an algorithm on the backside that simply being associated with seniorsbluebook.com highly helps your own organic SEO because we're ranked so well. So that's a little bit about the backlink. So just remember quantity over quality, because I get a lot of clients who all they really want to go ahead and do is collect all these backlinks. But when I look at the report, a lot of these backlinks are on spam websites and they're really invested in getting a lot of backlinks. Just keep in mind, it's quality over quantity. It's better to be associated with less sites, but that are highly trusted. And again, this is, I don't want to say it's free because it's, you're paying for a partnership with Seniors Blue Book, but this is kind of the backside. How you can also benefit from being on our site is anybody who links with us organically increases in their search ranking because they're associated now with a trusted website. So Oliver, that's a little bit about the backlinks. And just to clarify, if anybody doesn't know what a backlink is, it literally means that your website is mentioned on seniorsbluebook.com. That URL is associated with us and mentioned. So every mention on seniorsbluebook.com, so again, 3 listings, you get 3 backlinks.
Awesome.
So that's a little bit about, the backside of it.
Thank you for the technical explanation, Sandra. I appreciate that. And to that point, probably the first question someone's going to say is, oh, Oliver, well, if I type in assisted living near me, why don't you guys come up? That's like one of the main questions the sales folks deal with on a daily basis. And I want to explain this a little bit. Okay, because it's really important. There's a lot, it's a lot of ways to get to our website, and that's why I'm actually showing this article for an example here. Okay, to the point where we are a trusted website by Google, content is king for us. That we have our listings on there, but our editorial posts, our video posts are getting just as much more, and in some cases 10 times more traffic than your actual listings are. Okay, so it's true. If you are in Denver right now and type in assisted living near me on Google, we're not going to be on the first page. Okay, and I'm not saying that we are. What I need you to understand is that over 500,000 viewers are on our site every year, and those are the ones that I'm interested in. All right, and of course I want to come up for assisted living near me in Denver, but it's not, I realize that's probably not going to happen. The amount, if you guys are paying per click, it's probably like $30 a click right now, which with that ad spend, I don't really believe in. And just the competition is so heavy, I can't compete against someone who has a specific assisted living, that's all they do. We're an entire senior search engine, okay? But people, I said, 500,000 people a year come us through stuffs like this article here. what tax deductions are available for assisted living expenses. It's posted by one of our clients in Utah. This specific article got 6,000 views in the past quarter. Okay, so we're getting people on the site through these non-obvious traditional ways. I know that we're getting the traffic to the site, and the idea is if they're on our site, we want them to see you, our client. If they're looking for home health and it's more of like almost even a more educated searcher, because if they're going to Google right away and type it in, they're just going to get dumped a bunch of information. If they come to us, it's going to be much more refined. All right. So right now, if you type in on Google what tax deductions are available for assisted living, we're on page 1. And that's why we get so much traffic. I never know, Sandra doesn't know what articles are going to do well and what are not. We help with putting, keywords are important there. But sometimes we had an article on COVID and dizziness last year that brought in hundreds of thousands of views. I have one on turmeric and back pain that brings in hundreds of thousands of views. I never know. So that's why I'm saying content is king. And that's what we really want to open up to our clients. Okay. And that's something new for us. You have your listings on there. In the past, I'm like, yeah, write us an article, we'll put it on there. Our attitude has totally changed about that because we see how impactful the editorial is. Okay, so this is one example of how an article that people find us from. This one again, when you posted it, I've been like, all right, sure, let's see what happens. This guy gets 25,000 views a quarter, this article. Okay, so I'm showing you some of my top articles, but this is how people find seniorsbluebook.com. Again, we don't, and sometimes you senior services, Denver, we're going to come up. We come up in thousands, hundreds of thousands of different searches, just not some of the specific ones that you might be putting in there. All I can tell you is we have a massive amount of traffic going through the site, and we want to connect them with you if they need your services. All right. So that's sort of where we're going with this is content. Okay. So articles are one way, and I just quickly wanted to show you stuff again that Sandra brought to the table to me when she said, Oliver, we need a Pinterest page. I'm like, why? Pinterest? Are you kidding me? I mean, what's that for? So we did it, and guess what? In the last quarter, we have 300,000 impressions on there, and this number is constantly going up. All right. So when you post content for us, by being a client, not every piece of content, but we repost on Pinterest. We repost on our other social pages, Facebook. You know, we got 6,000 followers here on our Facebook page, but our reach is much greater than that. So it's all these other different things that we're doing to get people to the site, again, than the traditional assisted living near me searches. All right.
And Oliver, just to that point, for any of Nancy's clients, because I know most everybody is located in Denver, when you renew or when you join Seniors Blue Book Partnership, something different that's happening this year is because we have a new website, you're going to be getting a guide. And with this guide, it's actually going to go ahead and tell you helpful practices, how to actually get noticed by Google. So there are certain things, there are certain SEO practices that when you post something to our website, or if you send it to Nancy and you send her an article, there are different steps, very basic ones that you can take so that Google recognizes that page and indexes, and then we start to go ahead and get this volume of traffic. So I just wanted to mention, we can't control, there's no way that I can go ahead and control if an article goes ahead and gets 10,000 versus 100 or 200,000 in a year. But what we can do is give helpful tips on how to actually get recognized. And there's things like minimum word counts, how often you're going in and just making slight changes. What we want to go ahead and do is trigger Google to notice, oh, there's an update, and get it re-indexed. So pretty much when it re-indexes, it ranks higher and higher and gets more visibility. So just know that there is going to be a guide with this next South campaign coming out to help you with that.
Excuse me, I just want to let you know that there is a question in chat by Ashley, and it says, how do you manage ROI and what is your conversion rate?
That's a very broad question. how do we manage our, Ashley, could you be more specific about that? How do we manage our return on investment? I'm not quite sure where you're getting that. What specifically you're looking for, like specifically how much you're spend, how many leads specifically you can expect from that?
Say yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I can't guarantee, we're the anti a place for mom. Okay, we're not selling referrals. So when I cannot guarantee a specific amount of referrals coming in, and that sort of ties in with the book too. It's like, I can't tell you if you buy a full page in the book, you're going to get 10 move-ins from that. I just can't do that. There does have to be a leap of faith here, again, knowing the work that we're doing, the exposure that we get. We're not selling referrals. You could get, I've had some people say that they get 30% of their referrals from the Blue Book. I've had some people say, well, we can't track anything from the Blue Book. I don't really believe they can track anything. I don't like to believe that's true, again, simply from the exposure that we're giving out there. But we do not sell referrals out, and that's a huge difference from us. It's a set investment, and we give you all these other tools to give you more exposure out there. So
And one thing, Oliver, that we should probably mention is with this rollout, we wanted to be as transparent with everybody as possible. So if you're an existing client or if you're a new client, you do have access to this new dashboard where you can upload and do all of these things to optimize your listings or make updates to your listings. But on the left-hand side, you'll see that there is something called statistics. And that is, again, full transparency. You are able to go in there. You're able to see how many views you're getting, how many clicks you're getting, how many leads, if any, are coming in. And you're able to track everything for every piece of content on our website. So that includes listings, articles, videos, job postings. So that was very important to us because I do not know of another website where you have access and you can actually go ahead and view the amount of views that you're getting. So it's kind of backside, it is live. You can check that at any point in time. So,
and that's actually a great feeder into this next piece we're going to do. And we're going to take a closer look at this stats. Okay. So what you're looking at here, guys, is your dashboard. If you are SBB partner, you get this dashboard. Actually, even if you're not a partner, you get the dashboard, but at a very limited level. Okay. So when you log in to your SBB.com account, you're going to be dropped into this page. All right. So the example I have up here is a client on the Western Slope VOA. All right. Volunteers of America. And it's sort of a display of, you know, how many listings do you have with us? How many articles do you have? Do you have any events? Do you have any jobs? How many videos did you post? And what are your distribution counts? All right. So this is easy access to all of this. And this is a very important piece of this discussion today, that this is totally new for us. If you write our editorial for us, we're going to post it for you. But by being a Seniors Blue Book partner, you pretty much have free reign to post as much content as you want. All right. So, and that I see one question here just came in. Can we add digital coverage at any time throughout the year? Purchasing a package, yes, but also you can post editorials any time of the year. And if you're a savvy, a great analogy for this is like a gym membership. Okay, you can buy the gym membership, but it's only really going to work to its full extent if you're going to the gym every day and working out. You know, if you can commit to posting a couple articles a week on here, if you have a video you can post, we can share on your listing. The more content you get on here is going to be far more impactful than that same article that's posted on your website blog. All right. So I'm not even asking for new content. I like to shake it up a little bit. I don't want exact content, but you can go in here and post an article at any time. All right. And I encourage you to do that. Your metrics will skyrocket if you do that. Us as an admin team, we try to set up our advertisers as much as possible, but I can't sit here and I can't be your gym director and just constantly force you to do that. You got to come in at your own will and do it yourself. So we'll get content up for you, but the more active you are, the better you're going to do on here. Okay. So from here, again, you can manage that, but you can also manage your listings. Just here's an example of the listing format. You go in here, you know, all of you guys are set up this way already. It's more if you want to update this information, add a new contact person. In listing detail here, we have where your keywords are, you know, right here. I would load this up. You can add your description. All of this stuff is accessible 24/7 for our clients. Okay. So from the dashboard, you got your listing updates here. To add an article, all you got to do is click create. See what happens. Title, put your category in here, and paste your article right here. That's it. And then if you want an image with it, it's in uploads. Simple as that. You can bust an article out here in under 5 minutes, no problem. All right. So that's a huge deal, something we've never had before that we're opening it up and truly has a direct impact immediately on your stuff. Okay. Again, videos. If you have a video, we can post it in our video library. This is just expanding. We really just opened up the video library for the first time a couple of months ago. So you have videos. I also highly encourage you guys, if you know, I know the job market is brutal right now, right? It's a free job board. We get a lot of hits. I think our top job last week got like 700 views on it or something like that. If you're not taking advantage of our free job board, again, you're making a mistake. There's great exposure here available for you. Okay. Distributors, you can check your distribution counts. And finally, I wanted to just say to Sandra's point about stats. Again, we want to be as transparent as possible here, guys. So you can go in here at any time and see your stats. All right. So this in particular client, again, they have 39 listings. It's VOA, right? They have their communities, they have their home health, they do respite care, they got a bunch. But this is a quarterly report here. And you can see the views that they get and the clicks that they get. So in the last quarter, again, this is just the first page, but just going through this, I can see these guys in the last quarter probably had at least 1,000 engagements with their 39 listings. All right.
There's a question on chat.
Okay.
From Francis. He has written, do you have to be careful about duplicate contents? If we just copy and post from our site and place it under our profile? I know that Google doesn't like repeat content. Sorry.
Good question, Francis.
Hey, Francis, good question. I'll answer that just from a tech side. No, you can. We actually do encourage a lot of our partners. We do it all the time for them, where we go ahead and copy and paste a lot of their article content onto our website. The way that our site is established and just ranked by Google is we're not considered a typical website. We are classified as a search engine site. Okay. So any duplicate content does not affect your website, or if you were to go ahead and build another website and then Google comes in and analyzes and notices that those are duplicates, that will hurt, right, but not with regards to the Seniors Blue Book. And even with the images, like Nancy will be going through this with everybody during renewals, but part of the digital package is we also do optimization. So it's kind of something that we do for you, and we get custom images in there. But if you were to go in, you can do the copy and paste if you want to tweak it. This is also mentioned in that guide that she'll be sending to you, but there is a field when you put in articles, it's called keywords. As Oliver mentioned, I highly encourage you to load up on those keywords that you want that article to populate for. So
awesome. Thank you, Sandra.
Sure. And
Awesome.
Oliver, you did not mention this, so since I'm talking, I might as well just chime in. With our new website, one thing that we did want to go ahead and do, and we're really big on, is something called internal linking. So if you post an article or you post a video or whatever it may be, what our team does when that comes through, we actually tag and associate that article, that video, that event, that job to your listings. And Oliver, I don't know if you can show an example or not, but let's say I am on just on a housing company's article that they posted. When you scroll down, it'll actually say services, something along those lines, by this business, and your listings will local services by this author. So it will populate. So if you are posting articles or educational information, that will help you with your metrics, but it's also, again, rerouting the users to your actual business. So if you have 3, 4 listings, all of those will go ahead and populate. And that's actually something that we do on our end. So as long as you get it uploaded, we'll go in and we'll tag it. If you have a listing on our site, that's paid. So let me clarify that. If you are a gold, silver, or bronze sponsorship.
Thanks, Sandra. And of course, the more content you have, again, we associate your listings with your content. So there's always more exposure and ads being populated below your content. Okay. So there's that. I wanted to touch really quick on SBB video. So this is a new platform that is ours. All right. I know how difficult it is to get good video content. Yeah, from our side, we got to schedule an appointment. We got to do the interview. We got to edit it. I mean, total pain, right? And that's where this sort of came up from. This is an incredible platform available to our partners where you can say, for instance, create a video story. We don't even interview anymore. We get 3 questions. You get an email and it says, these are your questions, and you click start. It answers the questions. You talk for 30 seconds into your own camera or phone. Stop. There's the next question. So it's like a 90 to 120 second video. All the editing is pre-done. So on your side, the client side, it will take about 10 to 15 minutes to create a video story that is fully transferable and shareable on your own site. We'll post it on Blue Book, of course, but you can take it. And it's interesting because I thought this was going to be a huge hit and we will invite people to do it. They're like, yeah, Oliver, I want to do it, but then they don't. And I cannot force you guys to do the video, but I can tell you how impactful the video is. And it is so well worth your 15-minute investment to do this. So this is available. We send you an email. Again, you go through the steps. Within 15 minutes, you're done, and you have a nice video commercial for your service or property. And that, again, it's free in our package. You cannot to create that through a third party. Are you kidding me? Thousands of dollars to do that. So this is available to all you guys. Just let us know. As we're selling, you're going to get a link for it, but I'd love you to reach out to me or the team and say, Oliver, I want to do the video. Let's do it. Let's get it on there. Okay. So this is a really cool feature. I highly encourage you to take advantage of. All right.
Oliver, just to throw in some more stats here. So one of the reasons I actually presented Oliver with this, why we really need to go ahead and push video, is that YouTube is now becoming the #2 search engine across the globe. Video is only growing. So when you record a video with Seniors Blue Book, not only is it going to go on seniorsbluebook.com, but you have access to this file now. You are welcome to cross-promote it on your site, on your social pages as well. And you actually get that entire file. If you want to post it to your YouTube, great. Just know that video is not going away. Kind of a helpful side tip is LinkedIn. If any of you have a LinkedIn, it is incredibly content starved right now. So LinkedIn is almost asking all of its members, please post videos because we do not have enough. And it's interesting, I'll go on my LinkedIn and at the top, I see the videos populating. Videos will always trump posts. So just another way, if you do a video with us, you'll get that video file. You can cross share. It'll help your social networks. And please do take advantage of it. It's great. So we can pick the 3 questions. We can send you 3 predetermined questions. We have different video types. So as you can kind of see here, we have what is called a video story, and that gives you 3 different slides with 3 different questions. And this is all explained in the email. Or you can create a 90-second all-in-one take type of video. So we do have different video types, whatever you prefer.
Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, and honestly, guys, I don't know why it's so important to do video, and I feel like it's pulling teeth. We've made it as easy as possible for everybody. You just got to sit down and do it. And as I said, it is so well worth your time to take that 15 minutes and do this. You're going to want to do another one, I guarantee you. Okay, guys, we're getting close to the end here, so I want to do the grand finale now on an entirely new thing that we're doing that I can't tell you how excited about, because the initial feedback that we're getting and metrics are through the roof. All right. We're actually launching an entirely new business subset to Blue Book titled Engaging Media Group. All right. This has developed through my experience and pain working with developers and third-party charlatans out there trying to sell you everything under the sun to make sure your website gets good SEO, whatever the hell that means, okay? Any business owner or business manager, I know Francis can back me up on this, has thrown tens of thousands of dollars at someone for, you're gonna do this for me, you're gonna do that for me, I'll show you in 6 months what happens. They're gone. You spent 50 grand, on to the next, okay? I can't tell you how many times I've been through that and how frustrating it is. So this last group of developers I was working with, they're incredibly talented. And I'm telling them my woes about this. And they're like, let's work together. Let's do this. Let's create a simple system so the average person out there, and especially in the senior industry, I think we're a little far behind on tech, can understand what is their shortcomings on their digital presence and how we can help them. Okay, so we really broke this down into about 7 different areas here: listing management, reputation management, which is reviews, your social media, how's your website doing, Google ad placement, digital ad placement, and SEO. Okay, they're all separate services that we offer. But for me, the most important thing here was transparency, trust and transparency, because that's what always has driven me crazy with the digital, is it's a black box, especially the SEO. Oliver, we need 4 to 6 months for this to work, so do it. And I said, it's never worked for me. And through this process, I've understand that before you guys start throwing money at SEO, there's some basic things you need to take care about with your digital presence before you even think about SEO, which is your listing presence, your Google business profile, and especially in senior care, your reviews. I mean, so what we've created is a digital scorecard in essence, all right? And again, this is a company out of Jacksonville. I'm not using anybody local here in Denver, but any SBB client can have access to this, but actually any SBB prospect, if you're interested in seeing your digital health, we will share this scorecard with you, okay? And it sort of reminds me of someone saying, call me up and say, Oliver, I want to do a seniors blue book in Jacksonville, but why do I deem you? It's easy to publish a book. Okay, I'm like, good luck, man. Just go for it, because it's not that easy. So I know we're closing out on time here, but I wanted to show you a couple examples of what this digital scorecard will show you, okay? So in this instance, we give you a full-on ranking. We go over your listings, your reviews, how's your website, and sort of give you a ranking there, all right? I like to look at listings first though, because I'm sure I didn't know this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know this either. Right here, so Google's #1, obviously, right? Everybody needs to be on Google. You have to have I call it the building blocks. You need a strong Google business profile to start with and then build from there. a lot of you guys don't even have a Google business profile. So that's one of the services that we offer. But if you do, you need to build from that. Google is looking for consistency. They want to see the same address, phone number, name through all of the search engine aggregates out there. So what we do here is we monitor over 300 search engines. We're talking about Yelp. Let me expand this here. It's stuff that you wouldn't think about: Yellow Pages, Super Pages, City Search, Yahoo. Okay. What we do is we run, this is all automated. We run it for you, show you where you're showing up, where there might be errors, where you're fully missing from. All right. You might say, Oliver, I don't care about Yelp. There's hardly any traffic on there. First of all, I'd say that's not true. They get plenty of traffic. But if you're not even showing up on there, you got no chance of showing up at all. No one's going to see you, right? So this is a twofold thing. First, you need to be on all these search engines, but then you need to be accurate. And see, like this, just a little bit that this is American In-Home Care LLC here, but in Google, they're titled American In-Home Care Jacksonville. That's a flag for Google. You need to have consistency. So I can give you this report and you can go do all this yourself, but for $50 a month, we can take care of it for you and have it automated. So we're constantly looking at this. All right. So there's that piece to the listings, but also, and again, a lot of people don't know this. I didn't know it. Do you know what the data aggregators are? These guys, these 4 data aggregators here. And it said, if you don't worry, I didn't know about it either. If you're not on here or contain errors, that's a massive red flag. This is the systems that feed Google, that feed all the search engines. And if you're not coming up correctly on these, again, you're going to have very, very difficult time showing up anywhere on Google unless it's a very specific search. So our listings manager, we manage these things for you at a very affordable rate. I think the most important thing though is, guys, that you will see almost immediate improvement in your listings. And you have your own dashboard here on Engaging Media where you can go in 24/7 and see the progress. It's no black box. You can go in here within a couple of weeks and say, yeah, this is what we've done. I've seen it grow. And that's really what I'm looking for, because I'm putting 40 years of reputation on the line for this. Okay. I didn't think I was going to even get into this, but the need is so desperate in our industry, and the need for a trustworthy partner is so necessary that I almost felt like it was my duty to go in and try this. And our initial work that we're doing is through the roof. So I don't have enough time to go through all of these things. I did want to show reviews with you here as well. So again, same thing, digital scorecard. All you guys have access for this. I love this one, as I said. So let's actually really quickly take a look at their reviews. On Google, these guys, okay, 13 reviews, 3.8. Okay, but if I was hiring home care for my mom, I'd want 5-star. I want 4.3. I don't want 3.8. So this is huge. Right off the bat, you're going to lose so many people here. So I'm not telling you we can get rid of the negative reviews, but what we do is work with your client database list and text them, phone them, make it easy for them to submit positive reviews. And we're constantly hitting them up. We work with you. We're not just randomly going out and asking people. It's people you have worked with. And then we do the heavy lifting with making sure that they're posting the reviews and we're responding to them and taking care of them. Okay. So in this instance, again, I've seen a lot worse than this. It's okay, but they could definitely use some help. But check this out. On Yahoo, 1 review, but it's a 1-star. So if anyone ever searches on Yahoo for these guys, they're gone. They got no chance at this. Because it's only 1 review, we can pack in 5 or 10 positives and get this up in the 4s really quickly. Okay. So again, that's another package that we offer. My goal here is, again, unlike most third parties you've ever worked with in digital, I'm here for the long term. I want your business. I want your trust. You can see on a daily basis how this work is doing for you. once we straighten out your listings, your good Google business profile, your reviews, if you want help with SEO, if you want help with your website development, we can help with that as well. But let's get the building blocks solid first and then talk about that. So I'm not going to be a guy who comes in here and it's like, oh yeah, you got, you know, you need help with all of these things here. You know, listings, reviews, your website sucks. I'm not even going to touch your website unless it really sucks right away. We have to do something. But like, let me earn your trust with showing the work we can do with listings and reviews. Once you see that, I feel like you're going to want to work with us for this other stuff. So I'm not asking for an additional spend. I'm saying if you've had the same experiences as me and you're sick of working people you can't trust and you don't know what's going on, this is your opportunity to shift those dollars. Give us a try on one of these things. Again, with that listing manager, either 50 or 130 a month, try us for a little while, see, experience it for yourself. From every client we've brought on so far, said through the roof. I am so thrilled with the success that we're having this. And I feel that, I said, that you just need to give it, if you've been in this industry, I'm saying you can feel my frustration so I'm really proud of this work. I can't wait to get going on this and for you guys to give this a shot and to see what we can do for you.
Oliver, one thing I think is really important to mention, because I've had a lot of clients ask us here in Florida is, well, why specifically these 6 categories or these 7? We actually have e-commerce turned off. If you did have an element of e-commerce on your website, we would. But these are the KPIs that Google uses. So literally, we work with Google to generate these reports. And this is how Google views your business through their eyes. So it's not something we're making up. It's not our own algorithms. This is directly from Google. So if you have a D in listings, that is how Google is viewing you. So it truly is the best way that I explain it is it's Google Snapshot how they view your business online.
Thanks, Sandra. And just again, like, I just noticed this too. It's like, well, Oliver, okay, we'll do the work, we'll get all this straightened out, and then we're good to go, right? Not really. You need to constantly be updating and feeding this information. Google looks positively at that. And look at this one, guys. Home Instead stole their link there. I don't really, you know, you're going to get these, I've seen this. We had our own Seniors Blue Book link stolen by a competitor if you're not managing this stuff, okay? So it's just like, and so I'm not saying your competitors are going to go in here, and they will, but it's more of the bots going in there and screwing with your stuff. So we're just constantly managing it and watching it for you guys, okay? So to that, I know we're over on our hour call here. I hope that was informative for you guys. I said I can't express how excited I am to launch all this new stuff. I've been working so hard for years to get to this point, and we finally made it. So take advantage of the money I spent, the pain I went through, and tap into what we're doing over here and let us help you with your business.
Oliver,
yeah.
There is a question in chat from Christy Ziegler of COVID. She says, if we have a question about details with the dashboard and site, who do we contact?
Yeah, reach out to really your local, whoever your local rep is. So I think Nancy, right? You're Christy's.
Yeah, Christy, you and I work together. So Vicki and I, will handle anybody has questions in the metro area. Actually, and then Lucy handles Colorado Springs, Southern Colorado, and Western Slope. So.
And any questions you guys have directly, feel free to reach out to me. It's just Oliver@seniorsbluebook.com. But we're on your team. We're here to help, and I hope that we will have an opportunity to work with you and just take advantage of what we've been doing over here. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Oliver.
All right.